level up. My level is way, way, way up. I'm tryna level up. My level is way, way, way up. I'm tryna level up. My level is way, way, way up. I'm tryna level up. My level is way, way, way up.
Oh, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA 2K2 of the Coinbase 3v3 Switch Open. We left the Slam Open into last week. Shout out to Pistons GT for taking home the title, but we had some fantastic games to open up our second 3v3 tournament of the year, including, yes, ladies and gentlemen, a win for Kings Guard Gaming. Sacktown up big today. They finally got into the win column after losing their first 11 series of the year. Unbelievable start to the season for Sacktown. They are alive and well. The Switch Open is supposed to be a fresh slate for everybody, and that applies to the Kings just as well as they get their first win of the season. Congrats to Kings Guard Gaming. I'm sure that must feel really, really good today. They took down Lakers Gaming in a pivotal Game 5. You watch that one right here on the main broadcast. Let's talk about a team that's had a lot of wins recently. How about Celtics Crossover Gaming? 7-2 now with FT as a starter. A 2-0 night for them yesterday. They have been fantastic. They have won 5 of their last 6 series, and they've also won 4 straight Game 5s. FT has gotten the job done across the board. He's got the second best point differential in the NBA 2K League since he has come into the starting lineup. Late J was good, but FT showing us why he was a superstar in this game mode last year. Now, we talked about this yesterday, but if you are familiar with our turn tournament, usually we have a fun, fancy rule that we add to the turn. Well, we're doing the same thing this year for the Switch Open, and it pertains to our lineups. Lineups are locked. 1 guard, 1 big, 1 wing. That's it. You can have 1 guard, you can have 1 point guard, 1 shooting guard, you can have a small forward, a power forward, and center, but no double guards, no random lineups with 2 bigs. Every single team in the league playing by these same rules. We've gotten some great lineups so far to start the season. But with that being said, I'm going to bring in my starting lineup for it. We got Dirk, we got JT, we got my boy India. What's up, my guy? Welcome back to the broadcast.
Hey, thanks. I've never been a part of a starting lineup. Always a bench warmer. Happy to join the crew here today.
Well, usually, we're in 3v3 today, but I guess we'll let the 6th man back into the NBA 2K League roster. Let's go into our group standings for the night, because I promised you would have them yesterday. And remember, these are re-randomized from the Slam Open. You may see a couple of similar matchups, but nothing too crazy. We opened up things in Group 1 last night. Dukes and Benitos and Nets Gaming Crew, they got it done. A win for each of them. Let's go over to Group 2, Knicks Gaming, Celtics Crossover Gaming, Kings Guard Gaming, Lakers Gaming, and Riz Gaming. Reese the God made his 2023 season debut last night, and as you can see at the bottom of your screen, it did not go very well. Let's go over to Group 3. Hopefully it'll go a little bit better for Memphis tonight. We have not seen anything from Group 3 so far. We will see them tip things off tomorrow night. But speaking of things tonight, Group 4, they started things off yesterday, and they'll carry things into today. Pacers Gaming, 2-0 yesterday. They get Wizards District Gaming to open things up tonight, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Before we do, let's check out Group 5. They also did not play yesterday, but we do have Heat Check Gaming and Hawks Talon GC opening things up for Group 5 coming up later tonight. Speaking of, let's go into our schedule. When we open things up, Wizards District Game against Pacers Gaming. Pacers on fire, 2-0 yesterday. The Wiz, not so hot, 0-2, coming off a couple of disappointing stage losses. They've now lost their last 3 series. You'll have Nets Gaming Crew and Magic Gaming on Command Center tonight to open things up at the bottom of your screen. How about Celtics Crossover Gaming and Knicks Gaming? Should be an absolute blast later tonight. Malik and FT should be a great one. Over in our next block, and we've seen these teams play how many times now? Wizards District Gaming and T-Wolves Gaming. Maybe not the same stakes as we're used to with these two, but it will be fun to see these match up tonight. Knicks Gaming and Lakers Gaming will be our main game for the 8:15 block. You can catch Heat Check Gaming and Hawks Talon on Command.
What's up, everyone? This is NetsGC Live. Whether you're tuning on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, we appreciate you guys for tuning in for NetsGC action. Tonight is Game 2 of the Switch Opens group play. Our Nets Gaming Crew will be taking on Magic Gaming. This is Magic Gaming's debut in the Switch Open. It should be a fun one. Last night, another thriller, our 5th Game 5. The guys are now 5-1 in Game 5. If you guys tuned in last night in the post show, Streets kind of broke down exactly what the team was trying to do and accomplish against Rec Combos and the guys, and then Kurt providing us with additional insight from his perspective. My name is Christian Charisma. See everyone in the chat. Daphne on Facebook. Mar, we appreciate it. NetsGC emoji in there. Philip Young, Molly, Kurt, Antoine, Dale, as always. Jen, what's up? I know you're going to keep me honest here. Make sure you're basically co-producer at this point, Jen.
Well, JT, let's talk about your former team, Wizards District Gaming. They have been.
What do we have here? It looks like they're going to be playing the Wizards game on main broadcast. So we'll be diving into the command center.
This up and down process right now, to where at some point they will figure it out. Like
as soon as they go live, I'll make sure to switch over. But it should be another good one. It should be another fun one. The guys were able to get that first W, not having to worry about going 0-2 to start off group play.
I think Cap is finding his way, and they will be one of our better teams in the league in this mode.
Should be a lot of fun. They do have
just for some background before the matchup starts, Magic Gaming was 1-7 in the Slam Opens group play. Just for comparison purposes, we were what? I want to say 5-3. 5-3. They were 1-7. They started off strong, then they dropped 7 consecutive games headed into group play or remote play, and then in remote play they lost to the 76ers in the upper bracket. In the lower bracket, they were able to beat Kingsguard Gaming, and then the next round they lost to Pacers Gaming, and that's what sent them home. So big expectations for Magic Gaming, right? They won the Steal, which is the equivalent of the ticket in 3v3. They have a dynamic guard in Unguardable. He experienced some offseason success there in the UPA tournament in Dallas. So, not an opponent to kind of count out. Not to take lightly.
Great eye.
Should still be a fun one.
Gaming tonight. We got Cap. We have Witness coming in at the lock position. Played almost every game for Hawkstown and GC at that spot last year. And just awkward. Moving to the power forward spot. JT, a couple of roster changes for Washington, D.C.
Too early. Like, I don't know how to change maybe the best lock power forward duo in the league this early. Like, y'all just made a slight little run last week.
Like you guys, I'm sure
you lose 2 games.
We all have our eyes there on the command center. Again, as soon as NetsGC and Magic Gaming take the courts, we'll hop in to the broadcast so we don't miss a single second of the action.
Today with getting an early prediction from you. So, new lineup for Wizards District Gaming. Pacers been playing great recently. What do you got tonight?
I'm going to stay with who I had in rehearsals, especially with the new lineup change. I'm going to go with Pacers Gaming. That team is just, they're way more high, coming out 2-0 last night.
India's on the broadcast.
Last night. Pacers maybe are a little better defensively right now, so I'm going to go
I think they're about to lock in now. Yeah, they are. So as they move, we move. As soon as they cut to us on the main broadcast, I'll make sure we hop in there. That way we get the commentary team. India, I was just going to say, India's on the main broadcast. Normally he's not, so. What we got? Magic Gaming. Orlando has been kind of playing musical chairs a little bit with their roster, no? But they've got Maddie, Unguardable, and May. Double M's, Eminem, and Unguardable versus our double S's and Greens. Man, Steez. Way to clean that up. That's a good hit by Sean. Again, remember, he was on the post game last night, and he went into detail about his offensive game and the chemistry that he's building with Greens, right? He was quoted saying, hey, Greens is starting to realize that I don't miss. And so they talked about building that trust, and Greens showing off that trust there in Streets, repaying the favor and knocking it down top wing. Honestly, they're both really, really good shooters, Joe. What's up, by the way? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Mara, I think this is the first time we've seen you in the chat. I mean, Mama Grins, what's up? You may or may not have been lurking in the past, but we really appreciate the love you're showing in the chat. So welcome. NetsGC Live, where we're sporting a 5-1 record since launching this stream. So just doing our part, you could say. That's a good block, good contest. We'll take it. That's something that, I mean, the guys have been very well aware of this whole time, but our transition offense, especially off like those turnovers or stops, we weren't really kind of converting early on in the slam the rate that we wanted to, and the guys were very like cognizant about that. So it's good to see them capitalize on the three. What's up, Sosa? There we go, right on cue. Steez, the double S's, hitting those shots when Greens goes to them, making the defense pay there. Steez is tough, man. Like, I still think even to this day, kind of like Sean, he doesn't really get the recognition that he deserves. But since coming over to Brooklyn, we've kind of he's always been this. He's always had this personality, but we've had no problem making him the face of a lot of our content off the sticks. And on the sticks, he's getting a chance to kind of show his defensive prowess, play the PNR on defense, and then show off that shot as well, both in 5s and 3s. You can go back to Steve's right here now. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got badge. Never mind. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm glad Mar's in the chat here with us tonight. He's spearheaded a lot of really like the exciting and noticeable, like that increase in 2K League presence off the sticks and on the sticks. The 2K League app being in the My Player phone now, the champion merch, both in real life and the digital merch. That's Mar's brainchild there. (2013) game point, guys. Great game. 10 points from Street, 6 from Steez. 9 of 10 shooting. I think maybe it was just that first shot where at the rim that Greens kind of got blocked, and perfect shooting from outside. Couldn't have asked for a better first game opening matchup. NetsGC takes game 1. We'll actually go back to the main broadcast here.
And I think that was the big story of this one. You know, Pacers gaming.
But a fantastic start, right? We dropped the first game last night against Jazz Gaming. So some of that momentum carrying over. And now we just need 2 more.
Okay, that was a terrible foul.
Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to follow at Nets Gaming Crew across all social platforms.
Come on, bro, tighten up.
We're trying to do a lot of really fun stuff this year. And then, of course, NetsGC Live, this live stream that we are, trying to grow, trying to get ahead of all the other teams and really start and build something really special here. We want to be able to leverage this platform for exclusive giveaways, guests, Q&As. Of course, we have the pre-show when we can, but we always have a post-show
we're gonna see a lot of those.
So we appreciate you guys for rocking with us
more comfortable shooting a lot of
in these early days, right?
More confidence like that right there.
Big shot.
Oh, hand down, man down. Well, actually, he ended up getting a contest on it, but the takeover always reigns supreme as Chess knocks that one down. And Wizards District Gaming have not looked good, going from yesterday going 0-2. And
I appreciate you, Mar.
21-15, the Pacers game.
Luckily for us, we're gonna like test things out, experiment. But
how unorthodox their offense is, it's hard to game plan for them.
When it's time, when if this becomes the norm, we want to make sure we have all our ducks in a row. So we're just doing our part while you do your part, trying to grow this league.
India to Indiana. I'm gonna have to get used to that. We did have Indy last year, which was fun. Let's jump over to NetsGC and Magic.
Here we go, main broadcast action.
Right? Magic Gaming.
Game 2, they hopped right into it. It's been a while. I don't think we've played I think maybe the last 6 o'clock game we've played was game 1, Slam group play.
What's the answer for their
It's been a while.
I mean, they've lost like what?
Like we went
7
right
straight
into
group
it.
Play series, right? They won the first one in the Slam Open, then they lost 7 straight, and then they lost 2 out of 3 when it came to bracket play. So yeah, wherever that Magic went from Magic Gaming, I have no idea. But NetsGC, they went ahead and struggled too in bracket play when we saw them in DC. They lost 6 straight games in 2 series to get swept in DC. So both teams trying to readjust and figure things out, but obviously NetsGC has a much bigger advantage than Magic Gaming.
Big win over Jazz Gaming yesterday. Took that game. Or actually, they were down 2-1 in that series. JT came back, won the series. Big game 5, 21-17 for Greens. I don't know. I don't know, Indy. I don't know if I qualify NetsGC as struggling on stage. They did win 3 series. I know they got swept twice afterwards, but at the same time, like, they still got there. They're the only team with a rookie point guard to get past the final 8.
I agree, but I'm talking about coming in now, right? Yes, they went ahead and won last night, but they still went ahead and lost 6 straight games in a fashion where you had the number 2 overall pick, Greens, shoot maybe 3 threes in 3 games. The man is supposed to be a stage head. You need more out of that, right? So yes, they got to the top 4, final 4. Congratulations. But they hit a brick wall at the end of the day.
You ain't struggling on stage getting final 4, India. That's not struggling on stage.
That's not struggling on stage.
India's my guy, even though he's kind of pushing the anti-Nets propaganda here.
It's hard to really say like
he always plays a good devil's advocate.
Them struggling was them with an inside big. That was them struggling. Oh, yeah. Once they changed that, that's when it really picked up and they really started to find who they are.
NetsGC guys, NetsGC is gonna try to come for it all, like awards on the court and off the court. We definitely want to.
By the way, inside big. I mean, yeah, they clearly got outclassed.
We definitely want to be known as one of those teams, top to bottom,
all the way to the final 4,
both in game and out of the game, that really care about this league and really want to.
The whole week they were
expedite its growth.
Somebody got to lose, somebody got to win, and Pistons were the best team all week. Probably for like 2-3 weeks. So it's like,
guys, there's a lot more people in the chat, both on Twitch,
if I'm not mistaken,
across all platforms, actually, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. If you're new to this place, new to the spot, this is the clubhouse for fans of the crew.
Send them back to the command center.
NetsGC Live, we're able to watch the entire series.
He hit hard too.
We're gonna go from the main broadcast back to the NetsGC Magic stream here. That way we don't miss a single possession. This is game 2. NetsGC up 1-0 in a best of 5. Group play of the Switch Open. Not sure if you guys are aware, one of the rule changes, or not rule changes, but one of the little twists that they've added, one of the little twists they added for the Switch was that you can't run double guard lineups. If you've been following NetsGC all season, that doesn't really apply to us. We've just kind of run with that traditional guard, lock, power forward roster construction. Yeah, that's my bad, Cheryl. I should have switched a lot sooner. The one time my patience kicked in and it wasn't in our favor. What's up, Grandpa Splash? It's good ball movement there. They made us move. We swung the best we could. Kind of move on. Down 2 possessions. May's not going to come out of that corner no matter what. Green's either going to try to... He's going to have to manufacture something on his own, or we're going to have to rely on some kind of miscue there with the Streets screen or the Steez screen. Let's see what we do here. Here comes the Streets. Oh, that's tough. Board up, board up, board up. Oh, that's inside box. That's a tough one to drop. Maddie had 12 points there. Perfect shooting. Was able to pop his badge. A steal. What about us? 1 turnover. 6 of 10. That's unfortunate. Series is now tied 1-1. I think
Range isn't out there on the floor right now. Hasn't seen.
I think even though the Magic struggled in the slam, not to make any excuses, but even though they struggled in the slam, weren't able to get very far.
The season
group play or bracket play.
Early. We started off.
And as long as you have unguardable and the vets that are around him,
3 and 5, and
can't really take them too lightly.
We went far. We went a little further than I actually thought. We actually 1 possession away from competing in the top 12 for DC. But definitely a learning experience for sure. Just showing how gritty we are as a team, and how we stick together through everything that we've been through.
Yeah, I agree, Daphne. Get that one out of your system. I'm just trying to bring up some historical context. How many times have we swept
and you kind of brought it up. I don't know if you guys
We've had
they got the switch
one
open
sweep.
trophy right behind.
It was
Jason
against
Mack.
Wizards
His
District
player
Gaming,
camp.
second game of bracket play.
Yeah, I mean, that was, what a great run they had, because
I think,
I believe it was Dukes Infinitos.
Probably from
in
start
Indiana,
to finish, one of our best games overall.
That they had there to kind of make their run. And the greatest thing about that tournament,
I mean, they don't count
was
sweeps in the
having
standings,
Wolf
right? It's
finally
either a
win.
W or an L.
You know what I mean? That was great. He was obviously emotional at his family, his girlfriend out there. It was good to see for sure.
But also, with that being said, Derek, while that team was great last year, we do need to acknowledge not a single person from that Switch Open banner winning team is still not even playing. They're not even on the roster.
Yeah, the only one that's actually active.
We're just waiting for them to start up
Joma.
Game 3.
He's just been, chilling on the sidelines while
NetsGC,
Achilles doing his thing.
Magic Gaming tied
And,
1-1.
You said they went 16-1, right? And they only dropped the first game they dropped was in the grand final.
And these are coming in rapid fire. All right, let's lock in, chat. Magic Gaming start with ball. Come on, Sean. Good move by Unguardable. Oh, that's tough. That one's tough. Two back-to-back threes from Unguardable. He's honestly, when he's feeling it, one of the best guards in the entire league, both for 3s and 5s. Way to be ready. Way to be ready. Oh, I thought that was it. That's a good contest. Board up. That one hurts. That one hurts. That's good defense, Greens. Oh, Green the contested. That one hurts. We miss an open on the fast break, and then they green a contested, lightly contested. Looks like the main broadcast is going to commercial break, so we'll keep it here. All right, we're gonna need some stops, whether it's turnovers we force or a missed shot. Take anything here. (13-9), guys. If you're just tuning in, the series is tied 1-1. Best of 5. If you're not familiar with the 2K League format, that's a stop. Oh no. This is group play, so all 25 professional teams make bracket play. Those 25 pro teams plus 7 community amateur teams form the bracket of 32. Board up. Bail us out, Greens. That's a good move. There we go. There we go. That's step number 1. Yeah, all 32 teams qualify for bracket play. This is really for 2 reasons. Group play, it's for seeding, and then you also get 10 points per series win that go towards the playoff standings. There's step 2. Tough. When you're trying to claw your way back in 3s down like 2 possessions, you basically have to play perfect. There it is. That's 1. That's not for a 3. Okay. He missed. Good patience there from the vet. Get it back to the... All right, we take 2s. slowly chip away at this. Get back, get back. Come on, Sean. Switch that. There it is. Oh my God. 2K bounced it back to the. That's great defensive play by us. Can't really do anything about that. Just an unlucky bounce. Yeah, we really need. I get it. Guys were holding out for that 3 for as long as possible. All right, we need to stop. There it is. Oh, man. There it is. Another bad bounce. What is going on? That is ridiculous. That's wild. The guys played well enough to win that. They were balling on defense. That is devastating. But I was really impressed with the guys, resiliency in that game. They were down by like, I want to say 6 points at one point, and they just kept getting stop after stop after stop. Just a few unlucky bounces with that Steez tip. I think that Greens was the one that tipped that last one. Unfortunate, but I promise you, if we keep up that same level of intensity on both sides to begin game 4, we'll be just fine. Because that was a great finish of the game. We started off slow, but we definitely turned it up.
Cool, man. Back then, like I said, nobody knew what a fool was back then. It was just JT can't shoot. Now, past couple years, oh, he missed the fool. Man, shut up.
Yeah, it's just I mean, you guys are pretty much all nail it right there. It's just those 50-50 animations that unfortunately they just go our way.
Oh my, Magic Gaming up to 1? Up to 1?
Wow, they surged back into that.
You gotta check out that box score. 22-20.
I know when the guys are watching film on this tomorrow, they won't blame it on the 50-50 animations though. They'll pinpoint other moments in the game that they had better control over, because you don't really have control over which ball, what animation or what tip animation you get, but they do have control over that. I want to say it was like 18-14, and we had just gone a stop, and then we turned the ball over in transition. It's those things that they have control over that they'll watch back on film and say, hey, we could have won the game maybe here. We wouldn't have to rely on a stop at this point.
8-6 right now. If you're just tuning in, Pacers Gaming, they lead this series 2-0.
As soon as they load up for game 4, we'll hop back in. But guys, I kind of want to make sure we remind you guys about this. We talked about it a little bit last night, but if you haven't already, follow at Nets Gaming Crew on TikTok. We do have exclusive giveaways there. The last one we did was a pair of tickets to a Brooklyn Nets game, and it was a box suite for our lucky winners, and they were able to watch a Brooklyn Nets game in style and in comfort. So if you haven't already, if you're not doing so, follow at Nets Gaming Crew on TikTok. Mar, the series is 2-1 for Orlando. The guys were down. NetsGC was down 6 points in game 3. We came roaring back to tie it. Fortunately, a few 50-50 animations didn't go our way after off these tips. But we get ball to start. That's tough. Word up. There we go. That's big. You never want to. The series isn't lost when you give up Like when you start with ball and you can't come away with points, the series isn't lost, but you forfeit your advantage, right? And so fortunately we were able to get it back there after that unguardable miss. Yeah, Mama Greens, definitely. And these guys are, I don't know if you were in the chat the last time I told this story, this anecdote, but that night against, I want to say Pacers Gaming and Lakers Gaming, it was the one night where we lost both games and we suffered our first and only sweep of the year. The guys the next day had one of the most intense film sessions Kurt has ever seen since starting in Brooklyn. And so definitely a key component to the team's success this year. Good defense. Good transition defense. Steve's on an island and gets unguardable. That's tough. That's a tough ask of any power forward. You know what's wild in threes? You say to yourself, yeah, good patience on the inbound, which is wild to say. Man, Sean's offense. Let's go. Knockdown shooter. That 10 to 14 second window is such a good place to it's a good window to just gamble on a steal because you only reset like 2 seconds on the shot clock. There we go. Up 3 points. NetsGC Magic Gaming. This is game 4. Orlando leads the series 2-1. NetsGC now in a backed up against a corner here, but fighting back. Wizards Pacers still on the main broadcast, so we'll stay here. Man, I was just going to say this better not be a fluke. Unguardable with all 9 points for Orlando. Greens with 2 points, 3 assists on perfect shooting. Got him. You all know the drill at this point. It's really just kind of making sure we minimize mistakes, try our best not to give up an easy 3. Steez right now on Maddie. Streets, let's go. Great read. I mean, you got option screens. Lock this down. When in doubt, go to the vet. But that possession was made entirely by Sean there. Great read off ball. I wanted Steez to finish the play that finished, or Streets to finish his own highlight. We both jumped. But he missed. I mean, we'll take it. Got him. That's a great move. 17-9. Job's not done, though. Let's go, guys. There we go. This is probably the team's best game so far this series. Really good defense there by Streets. Close this out. Greens 13 points. Streets with 6. And there you guys have it. NetsGC force a game 5 against Magic Gaming. 5 apiece from Streets and Steez. And I mean, whoever we have on the post show, we're definitely going to talk to them about it because it's something like we just have to continue to address. But we've had a lot of game 5s this year. This is now our, 7th game 5, and we've played 16 3v3 games or series matchups. We are 5-1 in game 5. So history says we'll be good here, but it should be exciting. Yeah, Chell, it's a good question. The league builds do come with specific takeovers and specific badges. These builds have been fine-tuned during the offseason with a number of people associated with the league, their players. And then actually when they get the league build, once the teams are put together, right? This is right after the draft. The teams are put together. The players all fly into market. In this case, Brooklyn. When they get that first version of the build, it actually sees additional changes leading up to the beginning of the season. The players will continue to kind of help fine-tune it, and they'll go from there. This year, all the builds are 99 overall, but there's certain, limit caps on ratings, certain badges for different builds. I think we're going to do like a content series on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, doing a little bit more of a deeper dive into the builds, specifically what builds the guys use. We'll start with 3v3, obviously, but no, it's a good question.
In the lineup for Philadelphia, they go 1-1 yesterday. What do you think DT brings to the table for this team?
More
DT.
communication, which hopefully leads to better
Why don't we
rotation.
put game 5 on the main broadcast? All right, let's go. Magic start with the ball. Yeah, they can go with their own bases and their own releases. Jump up in that. He missed. Oh, no, he didn't. I'm keeping an eye on it, Jen. If they switch back, I'll switch back with them. Big shot. Green's the contested. Steve's coming up huge for us. 3-3. First team to make a mistake, chat. Hopefully that's not it. Hopefully that one doesn't hurt too much. This is game 5, guys. Winner take all. NetsGC, Magic Gaming, switch open, group play. Ooh. 2-2. Series is 2-2. Nina Greens. That's big. 10-8. Okay. That makes up for that last corner 3, but we still need to stop. I know the guys will get one. There it is. We need a board, though. That's a huge board. See, Chad, I've been working on that positive energy. And that is a huge board, Mar. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Way to not dribble into that. Okay, here we go. Appreciate you. Oh, Streets is hounding him now. I got Raptors Philly on the main broadcast, so we're gonna stay here, chat. 10-10, game 5, best of 5 series. Don't switch. That's just a good move. Quick drops off 1. At what point are we going to try and hunt for this 3? All right, we need to bail out and take whatever. That's a great setup there. I think we play straight up here. Oh wait, no, Steve's on ball. We didn't. We had to look for the 3. There it is. That's a stop. Oh, he broke the box, though. That's tough. Good shot. That's tough. Tough way to drop that one. Our can't win them all, especially when it comes to game 5s. NetsGC drops game 5 3 or drops the series to Magic Gaming 3-2. That puts us at a 1-1 record in the Switch Open. Unfortunate ending, but the guys played well for the most part.
And
couple
we're
mistakes
talking
here
about
and there that
76ers GC were able to
you know,
catch up
I
with
know
the
they're
most
going to be
decorated
looking over
coaches
in
in
film.
NBA 2K League history, Jeff Terrell, on what his goals
The
are
group
with
play
76ers
isn't really
GC
where
in the
you know you
2023
make the
season.
money, right? A lot of the Pistons GT,
I think this year
T Wolves
our,
Gaming, the
goal
two
is to
teams that
get
made
to
the finals and
championship.
the Slam Open,
We
they weren't
definitely
even a
want to
top
compete
10
better.
seed, right?
Last
So
year, falling
you
short,
use these games to
one
kind
game
of
of the
sort
championship,
things
so
out,
there's
get
that
reps
taste
in,
our mouths. I'm excited for the season for a lot
work
of
on different
reasons. It's
sets.
what we
Obviously, you
worked
want to
for,
win. You want to win them
you know,
all.
the past month.
You load up
all
to
off
win.
season, preparing for
But
the season with draft and stuff.
we
We're ready
fought.
to
We
get
forced it to a
rocking and
game
rolling
5.
and,
Gave ourselves a
win
chance
games
to
that
win.
matter.
Unfortunately, we just came out on the wrong side of it tonight.
New piece on the roster this year when we talk about DJ, but India just going forward and looking, Jeff Terrell, his coaching resume, some of the players that he's
Yeah,
had,
Isaac.
like on this team,
All
Radiant,
25
talk
pro
about
teams
Feast,
qualify for bracket
Steez.
play. All
He always has
25
good
pro
guys to try
teams
to build around. That's why he's
advance
one of the
past the group play, and
I'm
group
surprised I
play
didn't land
spans
back
between
on at 8
or over the
a.m. on a
next 2
Sunday.
weeks.
Heard that 76ers made a trade.
All
Heard
25
that.
pro teams plus
Surprised we didn't get that
7
notification.
amateur community
Second, yeah, I mean,
teams
this team
will
is set up
form
for
a
success.
bracket
We
of
talked about,
32
you know,
for the
preseason
bracket
rankings
round.
and teams that are going to do it after the
So
draft and
these
everything else.
next 2
This
weeks
was
worth
the
of
powerhouse,
games
especially in threes.
are
We
going
thought
to be
that double
used
star would
for
work out
seedings
for Dre and 630.
and
Unfortunately, it's
also
not.
going
Wouldn't be
to
surprised if things don't work out
be
here.
used for
If 630
standing
comes
points.
in instead of
So
Dre,
every
or
win
somebody else
counts
to see how things
towards
shake out.
the
Maybe BT
standings,
goes back to lock and 630
specifically
plays the big
10
man
points.
position. Some type of switch
And
up
then
if things don't
based
work out.
off where
gotta
you
add some
finish
more
in
game.
bracket play, you win additional
Red
points.
winner.
The
Just to
top
throw some
10
more
point
leads over
totals
towards it,
at the
as
end
this
of the
one's gonna
3v3
be
season
wrapped up
qualify
there.
automatically
This
for the
month's round going up
playoffs.
there for 76ers GC.
And then you'll have, I think, 2 teams from the Steel, which is the play-in for the 3v3. And then you'll have 2, I think, I want to say international teams as well.
For Philly. A nice win for them.
And they'll form a bracket of 14.
A big disappointment.
So seeding and the playoff race are what these games are for.
And just really in general, like until last year's championship, I haven't seen them do anything, in particularly in their fashion, like dominant, winning, looking good. They're just a team really still trying to find their footing, even though they keep bringing back the same pieces, have the same core. Like at this point, it's almost now or never. Like you have no excuse on why you don't have it figured out.
Jumping over here, Knicks Gaming, Celtics crossover.
Yeah, I mean,
game
the defense was
almost done. Still here in the first game.
the defense was
We got a
elite
fun
in
game
like
winner here. Let's see
bursts
what
and
FT's got
moments.
against Malik.
I thought.
Hey, he came out. He missed that first three when we came over towards here, knocked down the one from the left corner, but the Knicks do have the lead. Malik scoreless.
The offense was a little bit hit and miss, but I mean,
one. As FT under 10 seconds to work with here on the right side, steps back, shoots that one up the step back and can't get it to go.
That's very unfortunate because he.
All right,
so
I'm gonna be right
open.
back.
He was
Gonna make sure I get
wide
Kurt
open.
or someone from the team on for the post show.
He got for that.
Don't go anywhere.
And Malik just drives on the inside, now up by 3. That's just his first points of the ball game. And if FT hits that shot, he's great, but missed it. It's when you're like, oh man, I wish he would have got something else out of it. And he'll just fly down the lane, throws that one down. And Radiant's got his takeover too, but you're in the best position to be in threes. A 2 wins it here for Knicks Gaming. What's it? Down the lane, can FT get the stop? He cannot ride over top of him. Guard's just too small to be able to force those misses. And it's going to be Knicks Gaming taking game number 1.
He's really starting to play his best basketball. Like what Stick is really stepping it up for him and really trying to make sure that they don't disappoint. Make sure that they do pick it up and somehow find a way to be better than they've shown.
Knicks Gaming, they take game 1 over the red-hot Celtics crossover, 22-19. We're going to jump back over to the Sixers-Raptors Uprising series here in just a sec. India, let's stick on Toronto. I mean, again, the struggles continue. Game 1 L, we saw them yesterday. They struggled in game 1s, dropped both of them. How do they get back? How do you get some momentum back if you're Toronto?
Zuli to the guard position. Let's get a little bit of a spark. Let's go ahead and switch things up. We know the man can rock and shoot him from deep. Let's go ahead and give him an opportunity, a legit opportunity, 4 series at least, to get the spark back on the team. And let's see if the Zuli range can translate to threes and get them some dubs going into next week. That's what I believe they need to do.
JT, I see you sitting over there shaking your head. What do you got for me?
No good, no good, no dice, no dice. I just don't think Gazuli is a better guard than Vooch. I think they had a good enough lineup with Vooch, Ham, and putback. Like that's a lineup to where you have defense and you have Mooch really playing his game. Like throwing Yazuli up there, then where do you put Mooch at? Like Mooch, the way he's playing, he's not why they're losing. Like they're just kind of like not clicking all the way as a unit, but also like their highest win percentage with a lineup, if I'm not mistaken, is Mooch, Ham, putback. So when it comes down to it and boils down, their best lineup is that. But I get it. You know, teams don't know how to lose. So lose a couple times. Now we got to change something. Now we got to fix it and find the Krusty Krab formula. Like it hits a point to where it's like just relax, like chill out. Like I promise every team's gonna lose. I promise every team will get smacked in the mouth multiple times. I don't care who you're talking to me about. Just learn how to take that. Learn how to take the punches and keep it moving.
Yeah, putback 3 points per game so far this year, but he's shooting 58% from three. India, I agree with JT. Tough seeing him not in the lineup, but I also agree with you. Like, they traded up to get Gazuli. Like,
what's up, everyone? Welcome back to NetsGC Live. I appreciate you guys for sticking with us after that little break. With us on the post show is NetsGC General Manager and Head Coach OG King Kurt. Kurt, unfortunately, weren't able to come away with the win like we did last night in dramatic fashion, but walk us through tonight. How are the guys feeling? How are you?
I mean, just like anybody, I mean, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth when, just like last night, we had more than enough opportunities to close out a series earlier than a game 5. And then here we are, we find ourselves shooting ourselves in the foot second night in a row. Fortunate enough to push it to a game 5, but not able to come out with the win because, you know, it's just part of the process. At the end of the day, you can't keep defeating yourself along with the other team trying to beat you. And that's this seems like something that we're just fighting to get over that hurdle right now. But I'm sure the guys will regroup. We'll come back tomorrow for practice and then get ready to take on 2 tough teams in Calf Legion and Duke's Gaming on Friday.
Yeah, no, most definitely. It's you know, we were talking about it on the stream and kind of playing with fire, and eventually, just due to even the nature of the game mode, sometimes you're just not going to come out on the right side of those game 5s. Chat, if you have any questions for Kurt, please drop them below or to the side here, and we'll make sure we get to them. Kurt, tonight, just like last night, a little bit of a slower start, but the guys, like you've mentioned all year, they've been resilient. They've been able to fight back. Just talk a little bit about that and how the guys were able to pick themselves up after that opening loss, and then, like you said, eventually force a game 5.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, even in tonight's series, the 2 wins that we had, when we came out and played the way that we expected to play, the results speak for themselves. Knockdown shots, made stops. I believe it was identical in both wins. It was 23-13 in both games. You know, the games that we actually had some advantage. You know, I've talked to Greens, and I think, you know, the guys are talking to him and coaching them through it, but we got to have better offensive possessions when we're getting stops. I would beg to see the stats on how many stops that we're actually getting, because you don't typically get this many stops in 3v3 like we're getting. So you have to be able to score the ball, whether you're getting a 2 or whether you're getting a 3, but you got to put it in the bucket. And those were big turning points in those games that ultimately decided the series, where we got stops and we was reluctant to score. And the Magic came out and, you know, they came away with a score and got up a couple of possessions. And, you know, in this mode, 2 possessions is almost like a 20-point lead, or should be like a 20-point lead. But, you know, hats off to Magic Gaming, Jonah and those guys over there. You know, Matty played really well. Unguardable is, you know, he is who he is, and May did his part. So just hats off to those guys. We got to learn how to close out defensive possessions. We got to be better on offense, and we definitely got to take care of business in closing out series earlier than game 5.
Yeah, I haven't calculated it myself, but I want to say we're at least near the top of total game fives. It's been exciting to watch if you're a fan of, or like a neutral fan of the 2K League, and it's been kind of like it takes your breath away if you're a supporter of NetsGC, but it's been wild. And I'm glad you brought up the number of stops that we had tonight. Like the guys were moving on defense. Unfortunately, they weren't able to reward themselves on offense. And that doesn't even include some of those tip animations that are 50-50 that didn't go our way. Like what was the vibe like in the room? Because you work so hard to swing and like crazy with your heads cut off on defense, only to kind of fall short on that 50-50 animation.
Yeah, it's something that's very frustrating, of course. And we kind of expect that in this mode, but it's in those pivotal moments of the game where you just want those 50-50 balls to go your way. So it is rather frustrating. And then for us, unfortunately, when we do happen to get a tip, it always mysteriously ends up in the other team's hand in a scoring position. So that's really more frustrating than not getting the complete defensive possession as it is. But like I said, these guys been playing the mode. They expect certain things to happen. But and it's the most cliche statement that we have in our community. But you have to control what you can control. and if you don't do that, more than likely you're going to fall on the bad side, on the short end of the stick. So, we get a day in between to hone in on some things, come in, for our blocks for a practice, try to continue to just clean up some things, understanding that it's a process. I guess in it all, like the one thing I will say about this group is we don't expect to lose when we come in here. But when we do, we don't act like it's the end of the world. Of course, it's rather frustrating because every time you play, whether it's group play or not, these are playoff points. So and we're in a good spot right now, but we want to keep continuing to build on that as we move forward. And this tournament is pivotal when we talk about the playoff race, especially with no conferences or anything like that. You want to get as many wins as you can get and to avoid the steal at all costs and qualify for the playoffs.
Yeah, 50-50 animations during a steel tournament would be wild. But no, it is definitely not the end of the world. We talked on stream about how the two teams in the finals in the Slam Open weren't even in the top 10 in seeds. And so a lot of basketball to be played. But I think that wraps up this post show here on NetsGC Live. Unfortunately, we drop the best of 5 series to Magic Gaming 3-2. Kurt, anything for the chat? We were pushing 30 people almost during that series. A lot of new faces in the chat as well. Mar, stopping by to show some love as well for most of that series. Any words for the crew off the sticks?
No, I appreciate y'all as usual tuning in. Unfortunately, we come up with the dub. Hopefully, everybody was in here to see us get the dub and not rooting against us. But no, I'm always pleased and happy to hear when we have people in the chats being active and supporting SGC. It means a lot to us, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook. Just make sure you're supporting all the content that we're putting out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But definitely appreciate the crew outside of the game. I appreciate you all.
100%. Guys, the 2K League is playing 3v3 games all week, but the next time NetsGC is in action will be this Friday, the 7th of April. A doubleheader for us. We take on Cavs Legion, and we are one of the stars of the game of the week. We'll take on and see Duke's Infinitos for the first time this year. On behalf of Kurt, myself, and the rest of the guys, I want to thank everyone in the chat again for joining us on NetsGC Live. We will see you guys again next time.
Don't talk enough on plays like that. Like if you're on that side of the pot, just switch it if you have to.
It's been like a story of 3 versus 3 in situations like that. On stage, we hear the communication. When we do listen-ins remote, we don't hear a whole lot of anything. As who's going to get bumped there? Dre's in the lane. Hom comes out with it as he tries to create himself an opportunity. But good job by Dre to try to stay in front. 5 seconds now with Gazuli. Back to Mooch. Mooch fading away for the ball game. Mooch gets it to drop. 15 points coming out there from him, and the rest of the points coming out from Ham.